Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're embarking on a journey through every twist and turn of Toyota's boldest sports car gamble in decades, the 2026 Celica. This isn't a nostalgic rebadge, it's a radical reinvention that plants a mid-engine turbo 2.0 under its sculpted hood and teams it with all-wheel drive and a pure 6-speed manual box, promising nearly 400 horsepower and engagement you thought you'd lost forever. Pulling up alongside the prototype, the Celica's profile immediately commands attention. Its long bonnet flows into taut fender arches that house large wheels wrapped in sticky rubber, hinting at the all-wheel drive hardware borrowed from the GR Corolla program. Above, slim LED headlights slice into the bodywork like hawk's eyes, while the greenhouse tapers into a fastback rear deck that feels as aerodynamic as it looks. Climb inside and you find a cockpit sculpted around the driver. The steering wheel is thick-rimmed, trimmed in Alcantara, and punctuated by a clean center marker, an homage to classic racers. Behind it, a configurable digital cluster swaps between analog dials, full telemetry, and navigation cues in the blink of an eye. To the right, a flush infotainment screen sits atop a minimalist dash, flanked by slim air vents and a row of tactile switches that deliver the satisfying snap of genuine feedback. But the real star is that engine nestled low and rearward. Toyota's new 2.0-liter turbocharged four-cylinder, born from a joint program with Subaru and Mazda, breathes through a twin-scroll turbo and pumps out a targeted 400 horsepower and 406 pound-feet of torque, figures unheard of in this segment. And it's paired exclusively with a 6-speed manual transmission, fulfilling the dreams of purists who've been waiting for a modern Japanese coupe you can row yourself. When that engine roars to life, it doesn't rattle your fillings, it emits a refined, high-pitched growl that builds momentum instantly. Mash the throttle, and the mid-engine layout delivers impeccable balance, sending power through Toyota's GR4 all-wheel drive system that routes torque front to rear in milliseconds. On wet or loose surfaces, the Celica digs in surprisingly well, shrugging off slippage. On tarmac, you can flick it into controlled oversteer for a taste of classic rear-drive fun. That responsiveness is rooted in a chassis engineered for precision. A rigid unibody with strategic reinforcements anchors double wishbone front suspension and a multi-link rear, each tuned for the razor-sharp feedback Toyota's former president Akio Toyoda demanded. G-vectoring control plus subtly shifts engine torque during steering inputs, minimizing body roll and sharpening turn-ins so you can carve corners at pace without second-guessing the car's intentions. Yet, despite its track-bred prowess, the Celica promises everyday usability. Toyota emphasizes that it must be comfortable on long drives, too, so they calibrated the suspension's damper rates to soak up highway cracks and urban potholes with surprising composure. Acoustic glass and extensive underbody insulation further quiet road and wind noise, ensuring the cabin remains a serene cocoon until you unleash the turbo's bark. Fuel economy, while secondary to performance, is still respectable for a near 400 horsepower coupe. Initial projections estimate the Celica will return around 25 to 30 miles per gallon on the highway and mid-teens in city driving, thanks to advanced direct injection, variable valve timing, and an electronically controlled wastegate that maximizes efficiency without sacrificing throttle response. Storage isn't overlooked either. Lift the fastback hatch and you discover enough room for a couple of weekend suitcases or track day essentials, plus a hidden drawer under the cargo floor for valuables. Clever pockets in the door cards and a console bin keep small items from rattling loose, while a locking glove box secures your gear on longer trips. Technology in the Celica blends seamlessly with its sporty ethos. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto arrive standard, and Toyota's next-gen voice assist allows hands-free control of navigation, audio, and even climate settings with natural language commands. An optional head-up display projects speed, shift lights, and navigation prompts onto the windshield, keeping your focus on the apex. Safety systems come under the Toyota Safety Sense banner, with adaptive cruise control, lane centering assist, and automatic emergency braking with pedestrian detection standard across the range. Even in its most aggressive trim, Toyota insisted these features remain enabled, underscoring their commitment to real-world peace of mind. When and how the Celica arrives is still being finalized. Rumors peg its reveal for late 2025 at the Tokyo Auto Salon, followed by a U.S. Launch in early 2026. Pricing whispers center around the mid-$40,000 range, slotting it below the GR Super but above the GR86. An enticing sweet spot for buyers craving exclusive performance without paying supercar tax. And let's not forget the story behind this return. For years, enthusiasts clung to hope that Toyota would resurrect either the MR2 or the Celica. When Akio Toyoda and Yuki Nakajima finally confirmed the Celica's comeback at Rally Japan, it wasn't just product development, it was a cultural event, signaling Toyota's renewed focus on raw driving passion even as the industry chases electrification. Looking ahead, the Celica's success could pave the way for further legends reborn, from the MR2 to spiritual successors of the Supra's performance halo. Toyota's collaboration across brands on engine development demonstrates that internal combustion still has a fervent following, and that innovation can flourish alongside EV progress. So, as production nears and more details emerge, official dyno numbers, track test videos, and our own behind-the-wheel review, one thing is sure, the 2026 Celica isn't a rerun. It's a declaration that Toyota understands the timeless thrill of a manual gearbox, a turbo's whoosh, and a mid-engine balance that places driver engagement above all. Thanks for joining this deep dive into Toyota's audacious revival of the Celica. If you're as fired up as I am, hit that like button, subscribe for continuing coverage, and drop a comment below telling me which era of Celica you can't wait to see reimagined. Until next time, keep your foot on the gas and your eyes on the horizon, because legends never really die.